What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Nintendo having nothing for the rest of the year. No, I'm joking. There has been a No More Heroes sighting potentially for the Nintendo Switch. Actually, it was rated for the Nintendo Switch in Taiwan, so I'm pretty sure that means that there's going to be a No More Heroes 1 port at the minimum, and probably No More Heroes 2 to follow, because you guys all know there's a little game called No More Heroes 3 that's slated for 2020 on the Nintendo Switch, but it might be a little bit, I don't know, confusing for some, or maybe not good if they don't have No More Heroes 1 and 2 for people to be caught up. Maybe just a little bit. I mean, you can always go on the internet and look to see what the story is, but you know, having the game is always cool too. So the Taiwan Digital Game Rating Committee has rated the original No More Heroes for the Nintendo Switch. This is not a rumor, or this is not something that somebody just made up. It's an official rating on the Nintendo Switch for No More Heroes 1. So No More Heroes first launched back on the Nintendo Wii in 2007. Your boy was in college at that time, and I remember picking up and just being like, yo, this game is crazy. And there was an enhanced version of the game on the Xbox 360 and also on the PlayStation 3. That was called No More Heroes Paradise. I actually have it on the PlayStation 3, and it used the Sony Move controller, so that was kind of an interesting game. So back in 2019, though, there's some merit to what's going on here, guys. Dengeki PlayStation asked No More Heroes director Goichi Suda51 Suda if there were any plans to make previous announcements about, like, let's say a No More Heroes for the PS4, which he responded yes, and in talks with intellectual property holder Marvelous to make that happen. So he already said, like, hey, it can happen at some point, right? So maybe we see this on the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 4, but we have a rating for the Nintendo Switch. There is no rating for the PS4, but there is a rating for the Nintendo Switch. And what makes No More Heroes a really cool game, if you guys don't know, it's actually one of the first games that I covered when I started creating content on the YouTube platform more than 10 years ago. And No More Heroes is a stylized action game where you use a beam katana to go up the ranks of the made-up, well, you didn't know it at the time, but made-up Assassin's League. So it's actually a pretty cool game, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it had its own faults, but at the time, it used all of the tech that the Wii offered. It had some stuff that you can do with the remote, the Wii remote, right? It had like a speaker in there, like you listen to it like a cell phone. It also had the noises come out from the Wii remote. It had waggle controls, of course, you know, it had that in there. So it pretty much had everything that the Wii pretty much was looking for in terms of interactive experiences kind of built into it. And that's why so many people love the game. I mean, it sold over 500,000 copies. At the time, it was Su51's most successful game that he'd ever released. So therefore, No More Heroes 2 went into production, and then that came out. Didn't do quite as good as No More Heroes 1, but No More Heroes 2 was a better game. And now we have No More Heroes 3 that's slated to come out this year at some point. So some people have asked me, like, yo, OJ, okay, what does this mean in terms of, like, for like the rest of the year? Does this mean that No More Heroes 3 could get delayed? Which, I mean, it could be, but here's what I would guess this all means. So No More Heroes 1 and 2 are going to come to the Nintendo Switch this year, probably, and we're going to get an announcement at a Nintendo Mini Partner Direct type of thing, which I've been talking about multiple times. If you come to my streams or even just regular set videos, I've talked about how what you could expect for the rest of the year, and I said No More Heroes 3 or more information. Either it gets released or we get more information on the game, and maybe we get No More Heroes 1 and 2. What they did at the last Partner Direct was they talked about Shin Megami Tensei 5 and gave us a simultaneous worldwide release and a new trailer. On top of that, we got the Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster on the Nintendo Switch, slated for this year in Japan and early 2020 or spring 2020 for the West. So we could be seeing something very similar. We can be seeing them just announce that at the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner, whatever, or it can just be like a Twitter drop. It can just be something where they say, hey, No More Heroes is coming to Nintendo Switch, No More Heroes 1 and 2 in some type of double pack, and pre-orders go live at this date or whatever the case is. So that's very likely, but this rating, like I said, is an absolute rating. A lot of times games get leaked on the Taiwan rating boards or on different rating boards because you have to pay for that rating. so nobody's just gonna pay for it and it not happen. And on top of that, it's on the Nintendo Switch too, so that's pretty particular on the rating board there. So interesting stuff. You guys see the screenshots. You guys know what the deal is when it comes to this. So yeah, guys, it's probably happening. And that would be dope, man. I love No More Heroes. I've always been a big fan of the franchise, and I'm looking forward to seeing other people get to play the game for the first time. Now, for those who don't know what version of this game it would be based off of, probably the PlayStation 3/Xbox 360 version, so you won't have to worry about the graphics being like it was, I guess, on the Wii, right? Or them having some issues there. Whatever they're going to do, it's probably going to be the PS3 version. But to be honest, the PS3 and 360 version isn't a large graphical upgrade over the Wii version. Just the resolution just looks a lot better. Obviously, the Wii 480p system, PS3 and 360, they can do higher resolutions than that. So I would guess that it's going to be a native 1080p type of resolution, just locked at 30 frames per second, or maybe they up the frame rate. I'm not really sure, but either way, I still think it's going to be a great experience. I played the game on the PS3 and beat it, thought it was fantastic. Beat it without the Move controller, beat it with the Move controller, and like I said, it's a bit awkward playing, but at the same time, it's still fun to use the controller and play. So they could still have those controls built into there with the Joy-Cons, but I'm not sure if they will, but they could if they want to, because it's really just waggle controls. It's not actual, like, delicate sword fighting like, let's say, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I think they can still add that motion control in, but obviously they'd have to have normal controls too, so you can play the game portable mode, so it makes sense. Plus, No More Heroes 2 had button controls, and of course, No More Heroes 3 Paradise on the PS3 also had standard button controls as well, plus the 360 version, which I'm not sure if the 360 version ever got officially released in the West. I know the PS3 version did. I'm not sure if the 360 version did, but I guess you could import it, and it had English voice acting in there. But I played the PS3 version, not the 360 version, in terms of the No More Heroes Paradise, the HD version of the game. So what do you guys think about all of this when it comes to a potential Nintendo Direct Mini partner showcase for No More Heroes? What do you think about the game itself? Have you ever played it before? Are you interested in learning more? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We're gonna go over some pretty good deals for the Nintendo Switch. If you need something to play, we got your back here. I was on Twitter and I saw some pretty big games get some nice deals. Shoutouts to Wario64. Best Buy has these deals, and whenever Best Buy has a deal, Amazon usually has a deal as well. So you'll probably be able to find this or price match it at a lot of different places. And while there's a bunch of cool games, I mean, there's some great stuff on there. You have Burnout Paradise, which is a game that people said was way too expensive, myself included. It was $50 at launch. Obviously, people aren't going to try to pay $50 for that game at launch. That's all the way down to $29.99, which it comes with all the DLC in that game, which is not bad at all. I mean, you could wait a little bit more for the $20 price range, then it'll be like 1,000,000% worth it. But I mean, right now it wouldn't be too bad of a buy in terms of all the content that you get, but you can probably wait a little bit more for that and it will be cheaper. And then also Daemon X Machina, that game is $39.99, one of the bigger price drops on that game at Best Buy right now at this point, which I played it. I thought it was really good. I just couldn't cover it more because Marvelous was being crazy with copyright. So you will not see any gameplay footage of that game here, but the game is actually pretty good from what I played. I actually really did enjoy the game. And then last but definitely not least, this is the game that I'm saying that you guys should definitely go out there and get. I've made countless videos on it. I think the game is just absolutely amazing, and that is Astral Chain. That game is $49.99 at Best Buy right now at this point, and there'll probably be an Amazon price match as well. And Astral Chain is one of those games that not enough people bought, in my opinion, considering the quality of the game. I mean, if you're looking at a game like Astral Chain, it has like an 88 Metacritic rating. It has great user ratings. It has people that just absolutely do some crazy stuff in this game. It has all of the content that you would want. 40 hours plus of content in the game. It has all sorts of variety with skills, and it has great graphics, great music, good story as well. Everything in the game is absolutely solid. This is Platinum Games at their best. I mean, and we heard that the game sold over 1 million units, which is good. That's absolutely amazing that a game from Platinum would sell over 1 million, but I just feel that it should have sold more than that, and there's not enough people that went out there and gave this game a shot. And people are asking for games to play and different type of stuff. Astral Chain should be one of those games that should be on your list. I mean, that game should be at 3, 4, 5 million units sold, considering the quality of that game. So if you're looking for something, or if you're looking for something different to play, is a phenomenal action game that's an instant classic when it released last year. Just kind of released within a pretty crowded lineup of games with Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You also had The Legend of Zelda. There was Fire Emblem Three Houses. I mean, there was just a number of games. Daemon X Machina. All these games came out right around the same time, summer-ish or so. So there was a lot of traffic there, but now is a perfect time to get into this first party game. I want to make sure that I say that because some people don't understand. Nintendo and Platinum Games both co-owned this IP. This is first party. Nintendo even helped out with some of the design and the ideas in terms of what they were going to do, because this game wouldn't have been what it was without Nintendo's guidance on there. They're planning on doing something completely different, which I've talked about before in previous videos. You guys can check it out. But Nintendo was crucial in getting this game to where it needs to be and what it turned out to be, which is a very, very good game, which more people definitely need to check out. So what do you guys think about Astral Chain and some of these other deals? Planning on picking up anything? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, and really quickly, I do have some pretty cool stuff to talk about this week because, you know, this is just a little bit of a bonus on this video, but man, Nintendo GameCube, one of the greatest systems of all time. I finally got things set up for GameCube streams and GameCube gameplay on here. So various different GameCube videos you guys will be able to check out on the channel. I've got the original Indigo GameCube with the GCHD locked and ready to go HDMI input on here. So I'm actually really excited to get some GameCube gameplay going. I've been pretty much collecting a lot of different GameCube games and stuff like that, and I know I promised some different streams, and I also promised some GameCube collection videos. And now that I have my GameCube ready to go and I can capture footage and everything is set, we're going to be getting those this week and next week and pretty much for the foreseeable future. I've been building up my GameCube library, which I will make a separate video talking about that, so look out for that. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up on that GameCube stuff because I'm extremely excited to get into it, because GameCube to me is one of the greatest systems of all time. It has one of the best libraries of all time, whether it's Nintendo first party or third party wise. There are a lot of gems on this system. So GameCube to me is legit, and we definitely need to cover it a bit more on the channel. So you guys are going to get videos on GameCube, you guys are going to get gameplay streams, which we do have lined up, and we're also going to have standard collection videos that I'm going to do as well. So it should be a lot of fun. So what do you guys think about all these different topics that I've discussed here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.